uncle. Uncle.
I'm not God.
No, you're not.
I'm not God.
But I am
Sit down
begging
there.
for your forgiveness.
I think that move from Lisa scared Daniel's uncle more than anything. He's like, won't do that.
Get up!
It looks like that is Lisa's go-to move when the crying doesn't work. And at this point, I'm like, who taught you this strategy? I get the urge during desperate times, but you don't actually do it.
I did not mean to
Every
lie to
time
you.
forgive.
Yes, you did.
How many times I will forgive you?
Ooh. Daniel's uncle turns up on Lisa after learning she's still married to a woman and has been in a relationship with women for the past 21 years. And this is coming after he already gave them his blessing to get married.
But why am I hearing this one now? This is an abomination.
I won't face any consequence that must be faced.
Oh, hell no.
Any consequence? Oh my goodness, this is a dangerous level of desperation. How far is Lisa willing to go just to be chosen? Let's talk about it.
It's Malicia.
Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Malicia. I hope you are well. Guess what? Your girl is talking to Lisa soon. You already know if you have any thoughtful questions you'd love for me to ask her, drop them below. I'll weave in as many as I can. All right, let's get into this week's episode of 90 Day Fiancé because a mess. And it usually is. So for me to say that, I think says a lot. A spiritual mess, an emotional mess. Let's start things off with Princess Emma. I don't know, she just gives me princess vibes. A princess who doesn't know her worth. Yet.
I can't be engaged with you and I can't propose you.
You're breaking up with me?
Yeah.
So Emma is still in Morocco after Ziad breaks up with her in the desert. Which, let's start there. Breaking up in the desert feels very symbolic. Like there was nowhere for this relationship to go anyway. The connection was dry.
I could deal with it.
And seemingly created out of Emma's emotional thirst. Which makes sense because she never really got closure from her ex Mohammed, who she was engaged to and who is also Moroccan. Now, Ziad broke up with Emma after she finally told him about her ex Mohammed, who she's traveled to Morocco before to see.
So you're breaking up with me because I was with a guy before you?
Because you're lying to me. That's the problem.
Let's be real. All season, Ziad looked like he had one foot out the door already, with Emma constantly pressuring him about an engagement.
So there's 0% chance you want to marry me?
So, it seems like he was looking for an out, and he got it.
All what I want right now is to leave everything about her and forget her name too.
Well, damn.
Fast forward, instead of returning home to LA after the breakup, Emma reaches out to her ex-fiancé Mohammed, and he agrees to dinner with her.
And like I know Mohammed is close by, so I'm getting like nervous, like butterflies.
Girl, those butterflies are probably anxiety. Your internal GPS saying wrong direction, wrong direction. She drives all the way to another city, dressed up, hopeful, and even brings the engagement ring Mohammed gave her last year when he proposed.
That's it?
That's it.
And I'm like, oh, this was never about Ziad. This whole time, it was about Mohammed. She says she brought it maybe to give it back to him or to get some closure, but...
Putting this ring back on is actually, I don't know, it's actually bringing up some old feelings, and it actually feels nice to have it on.
For those of you who don't know, Emma and Mohammed's breakup sounded abrupt. They got engaged in Morocco, and when she was on the plane returning to Los Angeles, she found out he was dating almost 20 other women. My God, how? Juggling two, for me, is hard. After Emma messaged the women on social media, Mohammed told her she was crazy and broke up with her.
At the end, I just felt really used, and I felt broken.
Yeah, so there was no closure for her. And I get that feeling of just wanting to see that person one more time because it ended too soon before you were ready. But considering his track record, I wish she would have resisted. On top of him cheating on her, she was also spending a lot of money on him and gifts for his family.
Well,
Yep.
I know it's hard, but sometimes closure is not something we have to go back and get. Sometimes we have to find the strength to give it to ourselves, especially when that person's behavior is awful. And Emma is about to learn that lesson the hard way.
I think him just being willing to come and see me for lunch or coffee or whatever is a sign that he would be open to potentially starting a relationship again.
Why would she want to marry him? Marry him after what he did? Seriously. She gets to the restaurant and Muhammad doesn't answer the phone. And y'all, this man does not show up.
He said, "Leave me alone. I don't want to see you anymore. I have a fiance." What the
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
As J. Cole said,
Keep put the blame on you.
and Muhammad, as Daniel would say,
You are evil.
now that's some nasty behavior. It's mean-spirited.
He literally called me and said he wanted to see me, asked if I was there. He said, "I don't want to hear from you anymore."
ouch.
I'm so done.
Oh, I hate that Emma had to go through this. She seems like a sweet girl who's picker. How she picks men. It's just off. And Muhammad should be ashamed out here playing with people's hearts like that. He could have just said he wasn't interested in coming. Emma finally hits her breaking point where she wakes up to her worth and the fact that she's been settling.
I'm just so done with these pieces of men. And I deserve better than that.
I'm like, yes, girl. It took a lot to get you here, but let's keep that energy. Although she does go on a spiral a bit.
How does Muhammad get engaged? I'm still single, but Muhammad is engaged. In what world?
And that's the trap right there. Because an engagement does not equal a good and a healthy relationship. I can bet he's not in one. And it doesn't equal worth. It's a title. People who shouldn't get engaged or married make that commitment all the time.
I know someone's gonna meet me and someone's gonna love me and someone's gonna appreciate everything that I do and the person that I am.
Yes, yes. Like I told Emma before. Next time, really what I want to say is let him come to you 100%.
Right.
You know, instead of you giving so much to a man that is giving breadcrumbs. No, you didn't deserve that. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Experience.
Thank you.
Emma throws the engagement ring Muhammad gave her in the ocean.
I'm done. Ah!
She's so cute. It landed a little close to the shore. I'm like, girl, somebody's gonna find that tomorrow. But I hope the closure really sticks. After all this, it should. All right, let's move on to Birkan, Laura, and her best friend, Michael. Now, this triangle is strange. As we know, Laura's best friend, Michael, flew into Turkey because he wanted to make sure Birkan is safe after Laura told him that Birkan revealed to her that he is $50,000 in debt and he loves to gamble. He doesn't think he does, but he seems to have a gambling addiction.
Do you like
I like this movie, or?
violence?
Birkan has immediately clocked Michael as the enemy. The energy is intense, territorial. Yeah, his animalistic tendencies are coming out.
Sometimes the way to win is not to fight for females, but to fight for something the females want.
David Attenborough with a word for Birkan. He thinks Michael has a thing for Lisa, and he's secretly trying to steal his girl, especially after Michael brings Lisa a few gifts from the States.
I feel like Birkan's being ridiculously cold to Michael, and really it's so intentional and completely unnecessary. Grow up.
That's your man. But I agree, his behavior is coming off as immature. After all, he is 26.
I had to be a jerk at the beginning, you know, because He has to know the boundaries. I played this game a lot, and this is my strategy.
He played this game a lot. I think Birkan really needs to find a way to get back into a competitive sport. He clearly likes to compete. I know he loves soccer and his dream of becoming a professional was crushed when he got hurt, but he's been directing his love for competition toward the wrong things, like gambling.
I can't play, but I can bet.
And beating Michael in a competition over Laura. This 47-year-old woman who flew across the world to meet him.
I love keeping my enemies close.
Calm down. You're going a little too hard. After Laura tells Birkan that Michael is just concerned that he's going to try to make Laura choose between them and he doesn't want to lose his best friend, Birkan decides to apologize to Michael for his behavior.
So, this morning, I was acting like bastard to you.
Yep.
And you didn't respond me that way. You just tried to communicate. And I'm sorry.
Okay, I respect that. Fast forward, Michael brings up how Laura and Birkan seem to have different interests, and the recommendation is that you should marry your best friend. A statement that felt a little messy on Michael's part. We'll get into more of his behavior in a minute. But yeah, understandably, Birkan goes on to ask Michael and Laura why they never fell in love. And things get weird when Michael says he doesn't have an answer for that, and Laura stays silent.
I will fight. And nothing can over this relationship. You should know that.
Ooh, his eyes. Between Birkan, Daniel, and Rick, their eyes are saying a lot this season. Laura admits to the camera that there are some things about her relationship with Michael that Birkan doesn't know about. And I'm assuming it's what we learned earlier in the season, which is that Laura showed interest in Michael, but he never seriously pursued her back. But when he learned that she was going to Turkey to meet Birkan, which meant their friendship, where they do everything together, might change, we saw him breaking down into tears. Crying. Admitting because of his birth defect, he's learned to reject people before they reject him.
I understand that. I do.
And yet you're saying we have an expiration date.
Fast forward, Birkan and Michael hang out without Laura. And Birkan kind of calls Michael out.
If you want something, just go for it. You don't have to play games.
At this point, I feel like Michael is playing games too. Especially after Birkan insists that Michael is interested in Laura. And Michael comes out and says this.
I mean, I've known her a year and a half, man.
Yeah.
If I was in love with her, I would have made a move. Laura made a move on me. A very strong move on me.
Okay, bestie. That sounds like a real best friend thing to say. To me, he's making her seem undesirable. And they've only known each other for a year and a half? With the way Michael and Laura have been acting, I thought this was a years-long friendship. Yeah, that changes everything, because now I'm like, Michael, why are you this involved? It's like he doesn't want Laura, but he doesn't want anyone else to have her either. After Birkan learns that Laura made a move on Michael and he told her he could not reciprocate, Birkan flips and says Laura is the problem because she kept secrets. And I'm like, sir.
I am thinking about sharing my life, and you are keeping secret from me?
You have been talking about marriage with this woman, but you hid that you're $50,000 in debt and have a gambling addiction. Let's call it what it is, until she flew across the world to meet you. So now honesty matters.
There is one secret. There will be probably more.
Does that mean he has more secrets?
And this? This is more than a lie. This is an intentional deception.
Yeah, the hypocrisy was so loud I couldn't hear anything else after that. At this point, in my opinion, Laura needs to go home and consider letting go of her bestie, Michael, too. A year and a half, please. He's confusing. All right, let's talk about Lisa's performance this episode.
I'm still upset about Lisa telling lies and sleeping with a fellow woman. But everyone is a sinner, and everyone can ask for forgiveness.
This episode, Daniel and Lisa meet with his uncle, who already gave them his blessing to get married, to tell him that Lisa is actually still married to a woman and has been a lesbian for the past 21 years. Apparently, Daniel is having this conversation because he wants to do things right and not get in trouble with his ancestors, who I guess he thinks turns a blind eye to the things he does. Daniel ends up telling his uncle the news, and then Lisa tries to interrupt because Daniel's not saying it right in her eyes. I guess he's not adding enough, so his uncle could be sympathetic.
Uncle.
Hold on.
No.
Hold
Let me explain.
Hold on. Let him explain. It's not yet time for you to talk.
After Daniel's uncle tells Lisa to be quiet, Daniel finishes, and his uncle shuts the whole thing down.
But why am I hearing this one now? This is an abomination.
I can't help what my past is like. I can't change my past, sir.
Daniel and his uncle feel things in their spirit, honey. Lisa is out here giving them the chills, and not in a good way. Daniel's uncle says the marriage is not happening. So, what does Lisa do?
I can't breathe.
Daniel's uncle says Lisa crying makes him even more angry. He's like, I'm not a fool.
I feel she is pretending just to get sympathy from me. That's another offense.
Period. I won't face any consequence that must be faced.
What if they told you you need to chop your own finger off? What's unfortunate, you already know what I'm about to say. I wouldn't be surprised if she would do it. After Lisa sees that the crying won't work, she gets on her knees. Because this is her go-to move, collapsing herself to be chosen.
I am begging for your forgiveness. Because I did not mean to lie to you.
Forgiveness. How many times I will forgive you?
Daniel starts to beg his uncle, telling him he loves Lisa with all his heart. And then he gets on his knees. So I guess it's a thing now. Meanwhile, Lisa is looking pitiful.
If there's a way, please help.
Daniel's uncle says it's not in his powers to forgive such a, quote, abominable act. So he has to consult the spiritual leaders and elders, and they will be the ones to decide if they can go through with the marriage. By the way, if hearing Lisa's past being called an abomination is triggering for you, I'm sorry. I know those are very strong words, and I just want to acknowledge that.
I only have one more day in Nigeria, and I want to leave here knowing that Daniel and I can get married.
Next week, y'all, the priest says that Lisa has to get a spiritual cleansing, and there's a goat involved. I hope it's not about to get sacrificed. I don't know what's about to happen. And she clearly doesn't either. Lisa looks terrified, stepping into something she clearly doesn't understand, just to be chosen. That is risky. Spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. It's wild, the lengths she's going to just to be accepted. And can somebody help me understand something? I know in some cultures, Christianity and traditional spiritual practices like respect for the ancestors coexist. What is it like in Nigeria? Daniel claims to be Christian, and not only Christian, he acts very religious when he wants to. But some of the things we see and hear, like this spiritual cleansing and what his uncle said,
What will the gods of our land say?
Don't align with traditional Christian views. So, if anyone could shed some light on this, that would be helpful. All right, 90 Day Fans fam. This episode was a lot. I can't wait to read your thoughts. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the community. I love y'all. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you next time.